Welcome to Jacksonville, Alabama, a hidden gem a few miles from the border of Georgia and home to the Gamecocks of Jacksonville State, where these fans are fired up for this showdown about to play out on Burgess Snow Field. And this with two teams from Conference USA squaring off in a weekday clash to set the table for the weekend ahead. As we'll see, the winners of 6 straight, the New Mexico State Aggies, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Gamecocks will kick it away first. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Aggies offense will get the first swing of the game. And as the game evolves into an aerial circus, sometimes you find a superstar running back like this guy.
And when you got this guy, you ride this guy. You give him the ball, you run the football, you find ways to continue to feed him because he just gets stronger and better.
Oh, ball's out! He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
The one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now put you in a successful position for 3rd down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
To throw, it's Briggs. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catch is signaled for and made. So Jacksonville State's offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. The lone back's got it. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Neutrals on infraction. Defense.
The offense needed something, just anything, to give them just a little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. Let's go. On 3rd down, going up top. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let them get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Offense working from the pistol. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
It's a fumble. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
They'll try the run. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Getting some heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Second down now after the sack. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. Between the uprights, it's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A tantalizing top 15 showdown today, and we've got an update. Oregon has the lead right now in Eugene, but that typically dynamic offense just hasn't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over Michigan. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Just outstanding vision from the young freshman on that run.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Well, the defense basically played that one perfectly, right? Against the RPO, they did a nice job staying back, hanging, watching the quarterback's eyes, and taking away any throw. And when he decided to try to keep the football and scramble to his left, they were all over it. Great job defensively, playing together as one unit on the field.
Fires to the big fella. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. New Mexico State to the line after picking up the first down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He'll pitch it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, New Mexico State.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. They marched 78 yards down the field, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Give to the back. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
That's the end of the quarter. New Mexico State has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary.
Jacksonville State 3.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They'll run this play from the pistol. Off the play fake. Looking left. And wings it incomplete. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effort.
The expressway is wide open. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one. The tackle is finally made.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Makes his connection. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over a football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
I know there are some people that say, no, in your own territory, you punt the football, you be conservative. No, sir. 4th and 1, I'm hitting the gas. All gas, no brakes. I'm going for this. I prepared for it all week. Nice job by the offense getting the first down on 4th and 1.
Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This New Mexico State offense is pushing all the right buttons. He'll ride his man on the option. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Second down coming up.
At the 41-yard line. Brings up second down.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Yeah, and you could see the running back, man. He was smelling the end zone. Nice cuts, nice job getting all the way down the field. And he gets so close to punching it in. You could tell he wanted to, but pushed out of bounds at the 2. And guess what? First and goal from the 2. This offense will take it.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows the...
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
It's just so nice to have a center guard who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. It's a draw. Running with power. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the 4th quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the 4th quarter.
And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. And the Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quick release by the QB. At the 45 on his way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Gamecocks in the hurry up.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Touchdown Gamecocks! What a grab and go for the score.
Yards after catch. That's what this guy gives you. That was a simple slant pass. Caught it, made guys miss, showed you the speed, and it was pay dirt from there. What can you say about this guy's athleticism, man? He is such a weapon.
And he tacks on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
14.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Can't hang on. It's incomplete, and you can't worry about the footsteps when you're running those crossing routes. It'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. He makes the connection, and they pick up just a few on that completion.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. With jet sweep pass. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it.
Fires one high and deep. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert 3rd and short. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Timeout, New Mexico State.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time.
On the sneak. Gain of 2. And that's a first down for the offense.
And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Andrews. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
27 on the play. First and goal.
To the air, it's Briggs. Pass on the way, it's picked off. Past the 50, the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
Dude, you're just thinking hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take it in. Take it in. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. New Mexico State will kick it away to open this third quarter. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on 0. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. That penalty's the last thing this defense needed. Now it's 2nd and 4. The give to the back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
To the ground with the back.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. He now has 91 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. Now on the option. He'll toss it. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Aggie!
And the offense doing a nice job mixing the option play on that drive. They're able to get the defense outflanked. Nice decision by the QB, pitching it outside wide, and the running back using his speed.
And they tacked on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Number 19, set to kick this one.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years coaching everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Looking to move it through the air. He finds his man. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Pope. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And I love working the slot receiver. You see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Comes out throwing on first down. He's got it down the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. They'll go to the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal flag on the back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. Quickly complete. All kinds of running room. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville State.
He does a really nice job getting the snap, getting the ball to his wide receiver in stride so he continue to run full speed and make all those yards after the catch and get all the way to the end zone.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Pittsburgh is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Dan Marino, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by just 4 to Georgia Tech. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Little touch pass to the receiver. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the right side.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. He now has 110 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wants to throw. It's Briggs. Looking deep down the right side. Got it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Working that left side now. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, New Mexico State.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
New Mexico State, 28.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score.
And that pass is intercepted. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
New Mexico State has it first and goal. The quarterback sneak, looking to eke out a few yards. Touchdown, New Mexico State. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
What a day. His third rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
That's the end of the quarter. New Mexico State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Finds his tight end. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy step. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field, too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up second and 5, third and 5, than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Well, after having an historic performance his last time out, registering 4 sacks, this offense knew they had to do something to try to slow this guy down, and they thought they had a good plan for him. But that plan's not working here today. That's already his second sack in this game.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Running back searching for a hole. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Gonna run it. It's Harris. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Surging forward on the sneak.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The Aggies are rolling down the field. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
They got him on the ground, but not before he gives New Mexico State a first down.
And first down for the offense.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The option look. Now the pitch. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking. Now the pitch. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. This is hardly a surprise. After converting their first 2 fourth down attempts, they'll try it again. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. He needed less than a yard, didn't hesitate, didn't think about the field goal. Probably a little long for that, but they get the first down. And now that you've got it and a fresh set of downs, look at where they are in the field. You're sort of in that fringe area. There are a lot of coaches that like to take shots at this specific juncture of the field. Let's see what the offense does here. They want that clock to run. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. I think they'd keep it on the ground here to drain as much time as possible off that clock and hold on to this lead. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. This has been the unending drive. It has gone on forever. It has chewed clock, but now it faces 3rd and long. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a momentum-changing play. Just when they needed to get the takeaway, he steps up with a massive interception, now gives his team a chance to regain the lead here in the 4th quarter.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. At the 35, he's open. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
It's the 4th quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need to score badly. We've got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
And it's complete at the 6. Defense right there, but now they're backed up with a goal-to-go situation. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
He's looking to throw. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Really good execution by this offense late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up, it's what you dream about, but now my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? In this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. To the air, it's Briggs. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
Lost one deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And it's now or never. It's do or die for this offense. 4th down, late in the game, trailing. They absolutely have to connect and move the chains right here. This thing's over.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. 4th down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Situation like this late in the game, and the offense might be content just to barge right into the middle of that crowded run D. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining. And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good. The last thing you want to do here is give up a big return, pin them back, and then the defense can just stop them from scoring a touchdown. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
No gain on the play.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Oh, the ball's on the ground. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Scoreboard operator got a workout in this one. Fun game for us to watch, but they can't come up with the W.
Yeah, and it's a team game, right? The offense did their job, and now defense will have to find a way in the future to make better plays, get stops, and stop them scoring so many points, especially when your offense does their job.
And we see a lot of games like this in college football when both offenses are just trading blows back and forth, and it just comes down to which defense can get a stop. And unfortunately for the losing team, they just were not able to get it done.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.